Alright, so last night, Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred mentioned that two rules that were implemented last year in the 2020 season could be on their way out for the next baseball season. Commissioner Rob Manfred, speaking to the Baseball Writers Association of America, said Tuesday morning that 7-inning doubleheaders and the extra inning rule that places an automatic runner on second base are not in the league's long-term future. Good. That runner on second base rule is the dumbest rule I've heard in any major sporting league. Like, you're putting runners in scoring position. In most cases, all you gotta do is knock a single to get that runner in, and like, you might as well just give every team a run at that point. That is the stupidest thing I have heard in a while. Implementing that rule last year was the stupidest thing I've heard in a while up until that point. Like, come on. Not too far from where I live, and I remember when they first implemented this runner at second base at the start of every extra inning rule. And when they first started, and I was trying to, even back then, I was trying to figure out why the hell they're sending runners to second base to start the innings. To me, that rule is just as stupid then as it is now, and I'm really disappointed that we started using that rule in the MLB in the first place. Like, come on. Even the NFL probably wouldn't do that. Well, come to think of it, they do have a one touchdown in overtime and it's done rule, and that's not all that much better. I see the extra inning rule and the 7-inning doubleheader as rules that were adopted based on medical advice to deal with COVID, Manfred said. I think they are much less likely to become part of our permanent landscape than some other rules that we talked about over time that regulate how the game is being played. You've been testing that rule out in the minors for years. And you're going to say, oh, it's because of COVID. Maybe the 7-inning doubleheaders, I can possibly buy that. But the runner at second base rule, I'm not exactly sold on that one. I'm not exactly sold on that. On the purpose of it being implemented for COVID. Those other rules include banning the shift, which Manfred believes it would be supported by front offices around the game. Yeah, it probably would be, because it would improve offenses. Just imagine if the NFL started to ban defenses from blitzing because they said, oh, it was just not the way the game was supposed to be played. Well, I'll tell you this much. Baseball was also not meant to be played with batters constantly swinging for the fences and striking out 90% of the time. Or 80% of the time. Do you guys really think that Ted Williams got such a high batting average by trying to hit a home run with every single swing? No. Or Or do you guys think that Pete Rose did so well by trying to hit a home run with every single swing? No, and the guy got over 4,000 hits. If you didn't know, encouraging people to not swing for the fences every single time also drives up offense. When you swing for the fence every single time, you're gonna strike out more. You're gonna fly out more. That's not more offense. That's less offense. Come on now. Just think. Just think. Do you really think there is more offense in games when I'm going to ask you guys a question. Do you think there's more offense in baseball games when players are swinging for the fences with every swing they take, and combined teams are hitting 2, maybe 3 home runs? Or do you think there's more offense when teams are or when batters are swinging for contact and they're getting a 7, 8, 10 run or 10 hits a game and they're scoring right 4 or 5 runs. I mean, sure, maybe they can get that with the home runs, but do you really think that's more offense? Uh, uh, I mean, that answer is no. As a matter of fact, no matter which way I look at that, I still think that swinging for the fences produces less offense than swinging for contact. Yeah, the ball's not going to go as high or as far, but you're going to get on base more. You're going to get more runners on base. You're going to have more opportunities to score more runs. What banning the shift would do is it would encourage batters to pull the ball more often, and and sure it would help. Sure, it would help them get on base more often, and probably. But on the other hand, in my humble opinion, batters should be trying to use the field more often. And what that means is I think that batters should be be hitting the ball to whichever side of the field if the pitch is on. So if the ball is on the outside side part of the plate, try to take that pitch to the opposite field. If it's down the middle, oh, oh, then I think batters should try to hit it more up the middle. And then, of course, if it's inside, if it's an inside pitch, you got to pull that. I do understand that it's a lot easier said than done, but keep in mind we're talking about major league batters who are getting paid tens or sometimes even hundreds of millions of dollars to play baseball. Like, in my opinion, when you're being paid that much money, you should be able to do this with more ease than someone who is not. Anyways, I'm digressing. That will conclude it for today's video. If you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my Patreon, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye.